Welcome back in, everyone. Here we are then. It is Partizan taking on AGO. We just saw an incredible best of three. It was one win taking on 359. It was the like kind of the Voivoda guys that have now got a new organization. And I tell you what, that was incredibly close. One win completely steamrolled them on Mirage at the tail end, but Inferno was an absolute banger. Now we got Partizan taking on AGO. I want to talk about the rosters. I want to talk about what's going on here. And we're straight into it. Lovely stuff. Thank you, production. Partizan, Emmy, Collins, Roga, Duplicate, Kaluba. These guys, I think, honestly, are so incredible. I've got a lot of love for Partizan. I think they're a very good team. And they really like maps that I like, which is always fun when watching them. I think what's really interesting is when you take a look at how they match up, they've not been doing too badly, but they were on such an upwards trajectory and have now kind of fallen off a little bit. It's interesting to see how they will perform here today. And similarly, we swap over to AGO. And for me, you've got Mari, who's playing the best CS of this guy's career right now. Darcheville, Tomiko, very dependable pair of hands. Enzo and Azran as well. To kind of put this into perspective, I'm just going to pull up AGO's stats for myself. And yeah, Mari, well, it was like 1.20, something like that, but now he's 1.14. Still incredible. And what's cool about this squad is that they don't primarily use an AWP. They're 5 riflers. If Enzo has an AWP, he'll pick one up. But apart from that, they're a very cool team. They were playing under Los Cogutos and they got picked up by AGO. It really fits in, and it's one of the most really well reputable Polish orgs investing in Polish players. So it's very good to see. Let's take a look at the veto. Let's see what we're working with. I think it's going to be quite spicy, and it is. Oh, okay. Anubis, Ancient, Mirage. 2 out of 3 maps I like here. I'm not a fan of Mirage. Anubis is such a punish pick because if you take a look at the win rates, AGO have played this map 8 times. They have won it once. They have a 12% win rate on it. Partizan love a bit of Anubis. They play it as much as they can. They've got 15 maps recorded on it in the last 3 months. Ancient, again, it's a strong pick for AGO, but the way the veto works is it actually is also a very favorable map for Partizan. So I think Partizan have just won the veto out generally, just taking a look at this. And, well, we get to see how it plays out. Match is live. Anubis on the cards. Brought to you, of course, by 1xBet, odds favouring Partizan to win this out. I've certainly got them to take Anubis. Be a lot closer on Ancient. AGO electing to start on the T side, which is clever. This is a T-sided map, guys. And in fact, they're just going to race through Dark, but the flashbang. Oh, Darcheville has set his team up to fail. Collins playing anti. Finds a multi already. Looking for even more. Darcheville at least will repair the damages. But Roga makes it very difficult on these players. Although I say that, Mari's found 3. How on earth has this round turned on its head? Kaluba versus 2. Darcheville getting close. Low HP. Can swing if you're Kaluba. No. And Darcheville's played this so well, waiting for Mari, who now isn't peeking. Smoke thrown into B main. Trying to bait in the shot. Kaluba will hit it. And Partizan will survive. What an incredibly chaotic round. You've got the team flashes coming in the Dark. You think, oh, well, that's all said and done. Partizan have got this one locked up. Where do AGO go from here? Well, Mari runs at them, finds 3, cracks the bomb site open. And what an incredible clutch from Kaluba. Partizan spare their blushes and will win out the CT-sided pistol. That's an incredibly important round. I think on the CT side, you're looking for 6. That's such a wild statement to say. The maps are becoming a little bit more T-sided, ladies and gents. Anubis certainly is. You can execute really effectively on Anubis. Rotations are quite quick as well. For your T side in towards middle and for splits. For the CT side, they're quite lengthy. Good opener, though. Roger has already fallen. And Mari's found Emmy. Mari is the X factor. If there's a player to get AGO firing on all cylinders, it is Mari. And again, look at the impact he has had. 3 kills. This round's done. 4 versus 2. Tomiko actually catches Kaluba. Low HP. Actually really low for Partizan. And this is terrifying. Barry has 6 kills on the server. Partizan have 6 as a team. No, they have 7. I can't count. It's fine. The point still stands. I feel like AGO were actually quite unlucky not to win that pistol. But an incredible heroics from Kaluba. Now we get to see 4 spies. Even more of them. Oh, I'm excited. This is good. If AGO put up a really strong C side here on Anubis, and the CT looks pretty comprehensive, then you'd start to worry for Partizan. But you got to remember that Partizan do look good on this map. They're trying to make it their home. Great nade. Onto the Danger Man as well. There's an XM in the mix for Roger. Darcheville. Walk straight into it. Enzo next to the chopping block. Why are you feeding the XM? Nade actually blows the AK away. That sucks for Roger. That one hurts. Still the man advantage now for Partizan, but weaponry not the best on Collins. Kaluba needs to hold strong. Will be given a chance if he can. But only one. Collins now trying to be baited in, and that's a great shot onto Tomiko. Mari has only been fighting with utility. Bomb, does it even go down? Yeah, it does. So that's a bit more money invested for AGO, but no way that's the round. Partizan will secure it. We go back and forth here, and you know the economy is weak on that CT side. If you're AGO, you're going to keep on investing. So interesting. Miko can get an AK. Mari can get a Galil. Enzo, if he even wanted an AWP, he could have an AWP. But surely you invest this in. Yep. Instantaneous. And AGO are a team that love a 4 spy as well. They're very keen just to keep fighting. Keep trying to take initiative on the server. For Partizan, it's all about stemming the bleeding early. That nade looked dead on. But Darcheville took 3 points of health over at A. This will be more of a lean for AGO early on. Duplicate has to contend with quite a lot. Because there are 3 players currently on B for Partizan, and that is not the right decision right now. Murray catches a little bit of flack. There's actually even trades. Bomb site overwhelmed on A, by the way, for AGO. Bomb starts to make its way through. Kaluba sat in the smoke. Boost up as well, potentially for Kaluba. Can he see anything? No, it's Emmy. Can we see Emmy's POV? No. We get to see Kaluba stare at his bottom instead. Azran holding. Trying to lock things in with Enzo. A couple of players have slipped the net. Are you ready for these peaks? Potentially not if you're Azran, but he's delivering. Mari's on the flank too. And AGO. They get another round. They keep the economy ever so frail for Partizan. Even recover an AWP at the very end. Here we go again. By the way, the 4 spies will end when one team gets 2 rounds in a row. So if AGO win this, then Partizan will have to eco. That's a good start as well for the Polish squad. Kaluba hits the deck early. Molotov's exchange. You're going to see this a lot on Anubis. The control for Dark is inevitable for one of these teams. Enzo now searching. Nearly finding Emmy. That nade. Oh, it could have been perfect. Instead, tucks himself in at Glyph. Smokes rain in at Temple as well. Got to clear this. You're Tomiko. You need to make sure your post right angles are clear. Darcherville. Oh no. How on earth is this happening? Mari looks to kind of settle things up, but the flashbang, it's a team flash. Enzo versus Emmy, and Emmy wins it out. There is no way. Emmy's on 5 HP. Darcherville lazy clears the corner. And that means there's a hat-trick of kills for Emmy. And now, again, yeah, investment. Oh my god. I have never seen a half go on like this, where it is just continuous. Like, we do not have a break from the other team winning a round. I've never seen it. I think if it goes like 4-4, I think that's my record. I've seen 3-3. Never seen 4-4. Look at this stack for Partizan over towards B. Economy for both sides really wearing thin. AGO. And to kind of crack open an opportunity. There is one smoke for AGO. That is it. There's no flashbangs. There's no other utility. Emmy. Oh dear. Emmy. Darchville doesn't clear the corner again. Again, he doesn't do it. Mari will with the Tech 9. The bomb is in no man's land. And Roger hits that all day long. Can't find Enzo. That's the bomb scooped up at a minimum. He can't get past Kaluba. Finally, we get to see a break in play. If you're Darcherville, after you get burned by that corner in the previous round, why on earth do you not clear it again? Has to be an eco. Out of AGO. Partizan with 4 rounds already on the CT side of Anubis. This is looking very promising on their map pick. And it's good Anubis teams that can play the T side well. It's great Anubis teams that can really master CT. Really reinvent yourself with the crossfires. Or pin for Roger. But it's actually Emmy to find first blood. Azran. Surely you got to know that Emmy's playing from his favourite spot by now. Duplicate deals with Mari. There's a second player. Darcherville next up to the chopping block. It's all slotted into place. So if 5 stay alive here, it is so huge. Enzo has found Roger and now has an AWP. And no, I don't know how. There's a way on towards A in which he can plant the bomb. And he has. Okay. Reload in. You expect Partizan to all swing together, but they collatted. Oh my god. Enzo. For a 1v5 to a 1v2, and you got a bomb plant thrown in there as well. Talk about making the best out of a bad situation. This game is anything to go by. This series is going to be insane. I can't believe it. The fact that Enzo's nearly got a chance of winning that. Yeah, he's straight back on the AWP. He's like, yes, please. Feeling it. After those 3 kills. Keeps the economy honest for Partizan. See that Emmy hasn't got any money after this reinvestment. Neither does Collins, really. It's so interesting how Collins is playing out of dark deliberately because he knows all this utility is going to rain in. So he's just dropping it in and fighting. Now he's trying to contest it. Mari hits the deck. And that's the talisman of AGO being put down into the dirt so early. Roga makes the advantage even more devastating. Flashbang's good. Azram fully blind. Partizan start to go through the motions. A 2v5 could be made worse here as Tomiko goes toe-to-toe with Kaluba. But that's a good shot. And now middle open. Difficulty is the bomb is nowhere to be seen. Darjaville's fallen in spawn. And if you're Tomiko, you just have to really just kind of sit and wallow. 30 seconds left. Again, a fantastic round. Partizan said they needed 6. They've got them. That's crazy. How close these rounds have been, by the way. Like, apart from this round, it's the only round where it's been heavily in one team's favor. It's been so back and forth. The rounds have been incredibly intense. We've had clutches already. Needed to come in. The scoreline doesn't really do it justice. Now only armed with Tech 9's AGO. Hope for Partizan is to build and get 7. Utility rains in. And yeah, again, there's counters. Although I will say, Enzo has flashed his teammates probably about 3 or 4 times. Which is really not ideal. That is not what you want out of your teammate, to be full blinding you on the way in. Pause now being called. Haven't seen, well, we get the confirmation. I was going to say, we didn't see any bars moving at the top left or the top right, so presumably it's a technical, and it is. Been confirmed by the HUD itself. We get a nice little flyover of Anubis. Look at all the kills coming through for Partizan. Looks like Darcheville's got some issues because he's just dropped. Not 100% sure how long he's going to be. I guess we could talk predictions. I mean, look, it's 9 rounds of play. I always thought Partizan were going to take Anubis. Did say that in pre-game. I feel like AGO have got a really good shot on Ancient. It's kind of their bread and butter. I expect this to go all 3 maps. I expect it to be an absolute brawl. And I don't think AGO are kind of done in this half just yet. But I guess, Switch Chat, I want to know who you're supporting as well. Make sure that you are kind of dropping a message in. Are you Team Partizan? Are you Team AGO? For now, I'm going to let you guys do that. We're going to throw it to some tunes. And when we come back, hopefully, Darchville's ready and raring to go. There we are. Not too long, guys. Sorry about the short delay. Dutchville's here, though. And more importantly, that means that the game can resume. 7 rounds, plays 2. CT side looking very good on Anubis for Partizan at the moment. And Roger is even getting aggressive. Doesn't find the opener just yet. But might... Oh! Timing. That's giving information to AGO. Spam starts to come through in towards middle. Not quite connecting. In fact, it goes the other way. Tomiko, Enzo brought down a little bit lower. Collins now wants to fight in towards Dark. This is a well-timed incendiary. Although, it does hit the players. Dutchville down to about half. Emmy tucked in behind the pillar. Molly not connecting. Enzo dropped. Where's this smoke going? It's just a delay. Oh, Kaluba. It is fantastic from Kaluba. Burns alive at the very end, but who cares? Gets all 3. Ends the round. Partizan find 8. And no money yet again for AGO. It's similar to what I was saying in the game earlier on. If you can't plant the bomb, you get really stuck in terms of your finances on the T side. And I have never really seen a CT side this dominant on Anubis. This really highlights the weaknesses of AGO's veto against Partizan. And really shows the strengths. Roga and the boys. Azran, Tomiko catching a lot of utility early on outside A. Flashbangs are plenty. AGO trying to strike in towards A. Duplicate holding the angles. Smoke goes down, but it doesn't actually help them out at all. There's a slight gap. Duplicate finds 2, and he wants even more. Flashbangs going in. Not peeking off the first. Roga. That will enable the contact. 5 versus 2 now. Collins does get caught out by Darcherville. Mary's made good inroads in towards middle. With that smoke on A main, though, with Emmy flanking. Gotta feel like this round should always be Partizans, unless Mary can do the unthinkable. But he hasn't got any health, and he's being watched by the AW. 9 rounds to 2. AGO can invest. The B plays will work in. Just realised that that's a face on the floor on the hieroglyphs. Has a little D smile and a little wink on the floor. Don't know if you saw that. I'm going to point that out now to everyone. Collins, Emmy. Emmy this time not playing over towards Glyph. AGO do go for a B play, but they don't check the corner. Roga with 2 kills on the sniper. Emmy with 1 more. The AWPer does get traded out in the very end, but Emmy just keeps on firing blindly through the smoke. Bomb not yet recovered for AGO. 4v2. Azran will scoop it up. Will start to make his move away. Darchville needs to create space for his teammate. And Azran's even waiting. See if he can get a kill, but also, if Darchville can pull some rotations, the bomb can go down on B. But the deep utility being thrown in from Partizan is such a barrier to entry. Azran starts to make his way through mid. So I think the play right now, with 30 seconds, is Darchville needs to take contact first on A. He needs to be the player to do that. Because then, Azran can come through. Molly raining in. Azran actually takes the contact, and he wins out the fight. Kaluba, so diligent. Designated to holding A main. Azran over the top. Can plant the bomb. 1 versus 2. But they're here already. And he's not ready for them. Nice try. I honestly thought that Azran was going to take the contact second. I guess it doesn't matter. Kills come in, but Partizan hit 10. And this is not what I expected at all. I knew Anubis is a very good map for Partizan and a very bad one for AGO. But the fact that it is this lopsided, on the unfavorable side to be winning the rounds as well, by the way, is quite dire for AGO. And it's not like they don't play the map. It's not like they've let it through the veto. This is in their map pool. Fast play through mid. No, it's a drop in towards dark. Miko joins his team. Hang on a second. Emmy and Collins, what is this? Look at the nades. Oh, it's perfect. Ricocheting off the bridge. Mario with one of his own. And the molly to get them out. But damage has been done. Collins now burning alive. That audio has been given up as well. Flashbang forward. Is there any more? No, but this looks promising for AGO. Roger has to hold B main here for his teammate. And now he's smoked off. Collins has been hung out to dry here. And he still finds a kill. How is Collins doing that? Roger now at the obelisk. Gets rid of Darcherville, and Kaluba's stepped in the meantime. It's just Enzo. And he can't contend with the pressure. That was the first round in quite a few where it looked very good for AGO. They'd got Partizan pincered in. But the rotations were just that little bit quicker. Now saying how explosive the game was going. It was 2 rounds each. And suddenly, Partizan have broken the streak and then have just gone on an absolute tear. Fast A, duplicate. Doesn't find a thing. This is better from AGO. This is faster pace out of AGO. Kaluba will find one. Bomb being put down in the meantime. Double swing. Kaluba somehow finds Mari. Bear in mind, this is just Tech 9s. So much pressure has been applied. Darcherville keeps on pushing. And that was nearly a lineup. Emmy versus 2. Azran tucked in on the close right-hand side. Smoke dissipates. Emmy's not ready for this. Azran's got him dead to rights. Oh. What? I don't know if he's got time. It's going to be ever so close. Emmy just has it. Azran has fumbled the bag in a massive way. No replay on that? Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. I'm in disbelief. Absolute disbelief. Emmy, what a clutch. AGO have dropped the ball. That's such a clever nade. Feeding that for my face-its. Miko. Oh, stolen that kill away from Kaluba. Hello, Hellcase. Yep. Rogat. Scoping. Trying to find success. Pinching towards B in the meantime for AGO. Well-timed. Incendiary Emmy this time doesn't find a thing. Looking better. Looking a lot more harder for Partizan to retake. One flashbang, that's it. Enzo deals a duplicate. Can't deal with Collins, but Darcherville will. Roger versus 3. Can throw a flash over the top, but in fact, they go both ways. He gets knocked off the pedestal just for now, but still 12 on the CT side. That's a mountain to climb for AGO as a side swap over at the half. Back involved. 12-3. Odds really now heavily favouring Partizan, and wouldn't you? Let's be real. 12 rounds on that CT side is fantastic. Enzo looking to tussle with Roger. Certainly a little bit dangerous. As 2 for Tomiko, who has to just settle in towards middle. Early pressure mounting on multiple avenues for AGO. I like this, though. They're going to go and explore out towards B. Get a lot of information. But these rotates, as mentioned before, are quite far away. And with this explosion coming in, and with Collins finding Tomiko, it gets ever so dangerous for AGO. Darchville needs to hold strong. Finds absolutely nothing. Bomb planted. Mary does find 2. There's a way back in. Collins on this angle, though. It could have been dangerous, and it is. Because Enzo falls in the meantime. 3 versus 2. Emmy deals with the danger man and Mary, and then fires up onto Azran for good measure. Partizan keep moving in the same fashion. 13 locked up. And now they're only 3 away from closing out Anubis already. That is wild. And if this is the form, we get Partizan in, moving on towards Ancient. This could be a rough day in the office for AGO. Again, a brilliant nade. Kaluba tucked in the smoke. Shrouded in. A lot of mystery. But not enough presence for AGO over outside A. A very slow and patient round. Arrow dropping in the smoke. But in actual fact, they're going to all reposition. I don't know who's made this call, but it is the right one. Look at this. Partizan about to explode in towards A. And pretty much everyone from AGO is here. This is fantastic. This looks really good for the CT side. Util needs to be spot on for Partizan. Spots the player out. Flashbang. Well, it's actually not so good. How has this fallen apart? It still could be recovered here because Enzo's finding every headshot on the scout. And now it's just duplicate. And if he's not in A main, he's got to be coming from middle. That's a consideration for Enzo. Mari tucked in, not exposed to it. Enzo does tag, and that allows Mari to swing. What a fantastic round from AGO. And of course, Partizan are going to invest in. First stage loss bonus. Nothing to lose. Plenty of rounds to play with. What a really good read, by the way. And I like this. This is just them getting aggressive because they feel like they need to get some ground, get some respect out of Partizan. Darcheville surely finding Kaluba. What? Okay. I don't know how he's done that. Collins has also found Enzo. But this one is kind of slotting into how you would expect it to go. Duplicate, that's a good find. Has picked up the bomb, but hasn't found Mari. There is a flank in from B. Azran should lock this one in. Instead, it will be Mari. Doesn't matter. AGO still get the round. Now it's an eco. That's the reward. Should be 13-6. But then it's the full gun round. Quick B play. Coming in from Partizan. A couple of flashbangs to get them there. In they go. But yeah, straight into the meat grinder. As expected. That's how it always should have gone. And that's how it will transpire. But now here's your investment. AKs are plenty for Partizan. You only need 3 more rounds. Enzo on the AWP. Nearly had a 1v5. Hit a Kalat. Put it in contention. And he's getting so aggro. Sure. What a find on towards Collins. He's going for more. Surely not. Oh! Oh, what? Okay. Oh my god. So he's put the smoke a little bit deeper, and he then jumps to see the legs, or just see, no, not the legs. That's the other way around. Sees the head of those players, then just fires through and lines up a collateral. That is a tilter for Partizan. That's a confidence booster for AGO. There's also just no way this map plays out like this, where the CT sides are suddenly having the success when it is, by and large, such an attack-sided minded map. And AGO looks so flat on it. But yeah, this is the save. Welcome. Partizan's POV, hold on to the AKs. I cannot believe that. I was actually saying about his collateral. He just hits another one for fun. Darcheville can upgrade himself to an AK as well. What a round. AGO still got work to do. But I mean, you save 2 rifles here if you're Partizan, but look at what you're working with in your pockets. Tactical pause needed. I think you just got to get Deagles. Combine the next, sure. I feel like you just need Deagles. Because you can't invest in here fully. Unless you're kind of coming to the logical conclusion that Duplicate and Roger can't buy anyway into the next. Or they can, but it'll be like this. It'll be this sort of situation. Did you want to balance your finances out together? Yeah, it's a little bit of a compromise. Kaluba gets Tech 9. I think he's actually invested way more than he should. Okay, everyone's going in. So this has been made for the latter reasoning of what I was trying to say. The fact that Partizan want their money to be mostly equal across all 5 players. They do buy in. But this opens the door, because if AGO wins this, it has to be an eco. Or it has to be like a Tech 9 buy. Util lining up. Flashbangs going in. Azran can't see a thing, but Mari can. And he's got the support. So many players are here for AGO, but they're just being churned up. It's just Kaluba left. Can't get past Archerville. Final boss for AGO on B. That was expensive. But AGO won't care. They've got another round locked up. And yeah, this should just be Tech 9 to Partizan. Damn, okay. 13 rounds plays 8. Compromise has been made to the Partizan buy. AGO, seriously impressed with their fortitude. From 11-4. No, from 12-3. To 13-7. 13-8. It's been unbelievable. Yeah, Partizan 1 pistol and that's it. Fast play in middle. Tomiko. Doesn't get overrun. Oh my goodness me, Tomiko does everything for Partizan. That's it. That's round over. Kaluba has to save. Everything I'm learning about Anubis is just falling apart piece by piece in this game. CT sides struggle. Or they're supposed to. AGO are coming right back into it. Unbelievable scenes. Enzo back out with the AWP. Investment is here. Roger has got an AWP. I think for the first time, maybe this half. I cannot believe what I'm watching. Flashbang's thrown forward a little bit. In actual fact, AGO have made a good read. Prioritizing players in towards middle and A just in case the hit comes in. And guess where Partizan are gathered? Omari's received no resistance at dark. Mid seems to be the play. Enzo, full blind, hits the shot onto Collins. Because why not? Roger misses the opportunity. And because the Molotov was down, Emmy can't capitalize. But he still finds Azran. Mari still tucked in. Ready, raring to go. Kaluba, Emmy looking to swing. Are you considering Mari? No, you're not. But immediate trades are in. 3 versus 2. Bomb planted for Partizan. Tomiko starts to make his move. Creeping up towards the obelisk. Meanwhile, Rogue has dealt with Enzo. And Kaluba, shadow spotted. Tomiko says, thank you very much. But how do you break this crossfire? One in dark, one tucked into the corner. In duplicate. And Roger hits the shot. Finally, a sense of normality. A T-sided round being converted here on Anubis. And it looked really good for AGO as well. They pushed, they got the information. Mari had a kill, reposition, found another one. And yet, Partizan just overwhelmed the bomb site. That's the beautiful thing about Counter-Strike. Sometimes you kind of get a rough idea as to what's going on. You kind of see the way in which a match is unfolding, but at any moment, it's recoverable. You can never rule a team out of anything. Kaluba tries to fight Darcherville. I like that idea. He basically puts the molly into clear close left, but also the closer he is to the utility, the more difficult it is for Darcherville to see, but he still comes out on top because that scope weapon, the AUG, duplicate gets valuable information that no one's actually here for AGO, and jump spot. Oh, nearly is the end of his days, but Azran able to escape. Goes back to jumping. But Emmy found Enzo. So now Azran needs to deal with 2 different angles. B main and dark. That's why he's got Mari's support. 40 seconds left. Molly's raining on in. It feels like it's going to be a B execute. Azran clears dark, but except he doesn't. Because Emmy's there, waiting for that drop. Mari gets one and done. And suddenly, the round all falls into Darcherville's hands. Expertly played by Partizan. The slowdown. The AGO errors all just snowball. And Partizan find themselves on 15. Money is going to be okay-ish, I think. We'll soon see. I think the second stage loss bonus. So it's not going to be the end of the world. Tomiko, Enzo, Azran's certainly able to buy. It's just a conversation piece for Mari. Yeah, it'll be fine. Six map points. On an incredibly one-sided game, turned competitive by AGO. It's been super cool to watch these 2 teams fight it out over on Anubis. The fact that the CT side is really securing the rounds is, well, dangerous for Partizan because Enzo finds the opener. Kaluba hits the deck early. And he's been performing really well for his side. 20 kills. And now this aggression coming in. Duplicate. Oh, is overlooked. 3 versus 2. Tomiko standing in the fire and the flames. Actually, dispatches of Duplicate. This is a little bit concerning for AGO. Need to win this, obviously. And Darcheville is the only player that can really do that for his side. There's a gap in this smoke. But look at the positions of all of the Partizan players. It feels inevitable. Especially with Collins clearing all of this out. Has to be Temple. And this angle there is no way that Darcheville clears it. No shot. And that's exactly what happens. Partizan 16, AGO 9. I tell you what, though, incredible stuff. Because that was so one-sided, and then AGO came back on the defense. It sets them up nicely, heading into that second map of Ancient. Partizan, that's a very good map for them as well. So it'd be interesting to see which way that one will end up. Are Partizan going to do it in 2-0? Or AGO going to come back and force us to Mirage? There's only one way to find out, and that is after the break.
Very complicated job, but I love simple things so much. One move. One push. One touch. One love. One click. One XBet.
Are you sick of just opening cases? Join the events! At each event, you can find special cases from which tokens fall. Tokens are your ticket into a world of unique awards. For tokens, you can buy a skin, premium, or special balance. Try your luck in the skin generator. Also, you can leave your tokens at the token vault. And the more tokens you keep, the better skin you'll get. Add variety to opening cases with Hellcase.
The hunger for glory feeds the desire, the courage to look for a challenge, to feed your ambitions. To reach for greatness. To become the champion of champions.
Welcome back in, everyone. Here we are. Look, it is AGO versus Partizan. We're on Ancient, and this is actually a really interesting one because, look, we saw on Anubis the tale of two CT sides. Partizan had an incredible run. AGO, full credit to them, really came back into it. It looked like that they were going to really put up a fight. Partizan ended that. We now head on to Ancient. The game is ready, so we can get off my face and we can go straight into the game, and I can kind of set the scene for you as we transition on in. Look at that. Instant. We love to see it. Ancient is a map which both teams share very similar win rates on. For me, this is really interesting because I thought AGO were going to go down the Vertigo route. Instead, they go for Ancient. And that means that Partizan start on the CT side. Aggressive start out of A. Let's get involved. Rooks fly in. Enzo needs to clear Roger, or one of his teammates do at the very least, because Roger is tucked in so tightly. Duplicate takes first contact. This potentially sells Roger more. They're not looking. Roger strikes for 1 and 2. That's huge because that allows his team to rotate on in. Trades are back and forth. Enzo, oh, he only catches a little bit of a dink through the box and he keeps on going. 3 kills. Fantastic for AGO. They will win the pistol. Just when you think Roger's done enough, he's bought enough time for the rotates to come in. The dink through the box is everything because it allows Enzo the opportunity to keep on working forward. Remember, the CT sides is where both teams were shining on Anubis. Forced by immediate for Partizan. AGO are so good on the T side of this map. They're so aggressive. It really, kind of mixes in with their playstyle, the fact that they don't really have an AWPer. Emmy tucked in on this little gross angle. I love this angle because most of the times it can go completely unchecked. However, that's bold, but he wants to make sure he's with his team. Comes at a sacrifice of basically half his health, if we're rounding. Looks like he might be flashed aggressively in towards the ramp. Roger lining that one up. Flashbangs through. Emmy caught off guard. Rotates are here for Partizan. And that molly isn't ideal for AGO. It's actually going to keep them at bay, which allows more time for rotates to come in for Partizan. Kind of wild, because Colin finds Azran, who is going on a single-player mission through all of the smokes. Flashbangs are here and out, ready and waiting, trying to keep Partizan back. There is utility. There's no kits for the CT side. Smoking towards Cave. They definitely want to give this one a look into. Miko finds duplicate. And the MAC-10 at the back of sight is being such a nuisance. Roger with one more. 3 versus 3. Darcherville still alive and, well, actually falling. Needs to get on the bomb, though, if you're Partizan. No time now. Roger trying to do everything. Would even find the last kill, but simply not enough time. AGO will win back-to-back rounds despite the heroics of Roger. Can he get a gun? No. Keeps the scout. In pro play, Ancient, it is slightly T-sided. You've got to make use of your spawns. You can get out to middle a lot faster now. You can get out and towards cave quicker as well. We get a lot of these head-to-heads. Typically, what we saw in the old Ancient is the CT side taking control of middle, and there was no opportunity for the T side to fight back. Now, it's a similar story. CTs will still contest middle. They'll go really aggressive in towards cave and split in towards shelf. But you've got more of an opportunity if you are that T side to contest it. Pause coming in. Wow. Okay. That is a commitment and a half. Roger drops his scout, buys an AWP. And in actual fact, Partizan are forcing in. It's either genius or a little bit silly. We'll find out which it is in a moment. Kaluba, well, he gets the scout. Keeps a little bit of extra cash in the pocket. Roger, prioritization is to get him on that sniper. CT Orpid on Ancient is fantastic. It really can help out a lot. And with a man such as Roger on your team, you want to put him on it as frequently as you can. Issue is, obviously, the buy comes at the rest of a little bit of a consequence. Bamus, MP9, Deagle, not ideal in the slightest, but Partizan think they can win with this buy. So let's see if they can. Mid control's been established by AGO. And that is dangerous. Collins with the immediate trade. Smoke fading, duplicate falling. Potential split on the cards in towards A. Kaluba spots one out. And here comes the crunch. Collins can't contend with Mari. Softens him up a little bit for Kaluba's scout. But you look at this, 2 versus 4. You don't go for it. You save. Because remember, one of those players is your AWPer. An AWP and scout retake sounds awful. No thank you. Roger reveals that he's got the big green. And now he's running away. AGO press the attack. They want to hunt this down. And I do not blame them in the slightest. Kaluba, that's a good trade. Keep your eye on Mari. If Roger falls with this AWP here, do not understand how detrimental it is. It's backbreaking. This is so rough. I don't think he's going to get out. No, nice shot. Still more players. Roger fighting. Enzo doesn't want to give up his AK either. In actual fact, the sniper will stay in contention. It will just have to be Deagles behind it. AGO, more importantly, off to a lightning start here on Ancient. Roger feeling it, though. 8-1. But none of his kills have really been that impactful. Sure, you had the quad kill, where he just didn't have enough time, even though he killed every single player. Nades leading in towards middle this time for Partizan. Does a significant amount of damage on towards Enzo, but he's the player with the MAC-10. He's the one that's been sent on the recon missions for the T side. Trying to find out if there's going to be a stack or where the majority of the players are. Tomiko being naughty, crafty in the smoke. Duplicate could be in trouble. In fact, it might just be Tomiko. No, deals with Emmy, and Enzo's there for Duplicate. That's the bomb site opened up. Surely that's the round. You play for exits here if you're Partizan. You save the AWP on Roga. And I'll be honest, that you just bodyguard him. You make sure that that AWP is retained. What a round. What's really interesting to me is how direct AGO are being. They feel so much more comfortable on this map compared to Anubis. They're willing to take all these fights. They understand the timings. And it really is working out. Mary deals with Kaluba. That's fine. You got to watch out for Roga. Bomb will expire. Bomb radius has increased, but it's not that damaging. Roga will actually take half his life. Do you know what? That really has... Oh. That is sneaky. Because I thought, look, from there, where are the bombs planted? He's in the doorway. It's fine. But no. When Inferno's bomb site radius got increased, we thought that was the only map that received the changes on. When Ancient got changed, also the bomb radius increased. There's a lot more damage if you're closer to the explosion. Full gun round now for Partizan. Another A play potentially on the horizon. That's a fantastic nade. Softens up AGO a little bit on the way in, but Duplicate has still got a mammoth task on his hands, because look, here comes the utility. Flashbangs out, Duplicate swinging. That's brave. 1 for 1, and Roga gets run over by the MAC-10. Kaluba trying to work his way through the smoke. Actually has managed it, but Darcher feels ready and waiting. Emmy meets the same fate. And now Collins is being trapped. There's no way he lives. No shot. Darchfield secures it. 5-0 AGO. And what a stark contrast between this map and Anubis. Partizan are rocked. Dazed. By the pace setting out of AGO. AWP comes back in for Roga. He can reinvest it because he saved now 2 rounds. That's so sad, by the way. First gun round. He starts donut and then gets completely mown down by a MAC-10. Again, great nades. Partizan doing the early damage with the utility, but it's never amounted into a kill. AGO always seem to find their way through. A bomb site, really weak. That's what we're noticing in the first 6 rounds of play. B bomb site yet to really be tested. Collins overstays his welcome. Haven't even mentioned it yet, but again, look at the buy for Partizan. It's really not good. Emmy will reclaim and actually find Tomiko. That's the bomb dropped. But it's safe. It's recoverable for the T side. Azran here in Cave is a potential tripwire for Kaluba. So Emmy's going to take first contact here on Cave. No, he's not. Kaluba. I don't know what the game plan is there. He's trying to sell Emmy in. Surely that's the idea. If you're Emmy, you cannot move. You need to let Azran walk into you. But Emmy swung. Azran spotted him. And that's the kill. There's so many situations that Partizan are overplaying their hand. Feel like they have to force the issue. Feel like they need to get some map control back. There, you just wait for Azran to walk into you. Won't even allow Duplicate the luxury of getting $600 with the MP9. It's so good from AGO. You never know how these games are going to go. When win rates are quite even. AGO pick it because they feel comfortable on it. Now a fight in for mid. Rogue has actually missed a flashbang. Trying to set up his team, and that's going to be such a detriment. Because Mari opens up. Azran's there as well. Suddenly, it's a 2 versus 5. Collins steps in. Deals with Azran, but again, comes at a heavy cost. The bomb site compromised as Collins vacated to deal with middle. And he's not accounting for long. And Tomiko strikes. Just Roger left, has to save the AWP. Bomb planted already, a hunt on. Look at Enzo. Oh, Roger. Roger has no idea. And that's the AWP gone. Mari's even picked one up. 7-0. No money. Momentum well and truly with AGO. Although, that's a nice shot. But again, you can't recover the rifle there. Collins would like to, but he can't. Right in the mouth of the first stage of cave. Swinging in, and that really should have been a kill for Collins, but Tomiko punishes. And despite them losing the kill at B, AGO just commit right in. Look at the space being taken. Tomiko finds 2. And again, that's the round over. 4 on 2. Enzo does miss a shot. But more importantly, gathers the information and stays alive. Duplicate. Oh. A lot of these players are low. Not that you'd know it. Nice shot. I would say he's out of there, but he's not because Azran's here. And now it's just Emmy. Who needs to escape, by the way? Because again, bomb radius. Does he get a gun? Yes, just about. 1 AK. Tactical pause coming in. Unbelievable. What an incredible turn of events here on this second map. Opening game, by the way. Central Europe group stage is stacked. So many good teams. Kaluba, who's had an incredible performance on Anubis, has 1 kill. Duplicate again. 2 kills. Emmy, 1 kill. It's not sustainable. It's not helpful for Partizan, and AGO smash in towards B. Collins, this time it's a bit more of a resistance. And suddenly all the kills coming in a matter of moments. AGO falling apart. Partizan get around back. With only 1 casualty. How convincing was that? It could take them probably the rest of the half to break the economy. Enzo's just bought, and he's still on $11,000, basically. But what a really good hold. AGO have really been exploiting long, cutting off the CT rotates. Partizan had a player dedicated to holding it. Flashes for middle. Was to be a split in from Shelf. Duplicate now getting aggressive. Enzo might just walk into the AWP, or he walks into Duplicate. There's another opener. Hang on a second. AGO tried to come out of Donut. And that's going to push Partizan further into a main. Azran tucked. But Tomiko will fall. And Azran next to the chopping block. My goodness me. Partizan. It's like they flicked a switch. Potentially 2 rounds won and only 1 death. Barry looking to try and make it expensive, but Emmy's tucked in the corner. Clearing close is Mary. We'll find Emmy. This would be absurd. Who thinks better of it? I say it would take the rest of the half to break the money. That's not true. I was just looking at Enzo and Mary, but Azran's actually quite low. Tomiko is too. After the loss bonus, they'll have enough to reinvest in. And Enzo can still drop. There's still probably 2 more gun rounds in this for AGO if they keep losing. But for Partizan, what's wild is this could be, I'm not saying it will be, but there's potential, there's a world in which Partizan get the rest and suddenly it's 8-7. AGO worked so hard for this lead. It's felt pretty easy up until this point. This is the first real shift in the game we've seen. But that's Partizan with consecutive rounds in a row. And now their economy starts to swell. Round 11. For Partizan, this needs to be the building blocks. For AGO, they need to completely shut this down before momentum gets on the side of Partizan. Emmy. Oh, it spreads right at the last possible moment. Emmy tucked in the corner. Surely is cleared. And how does he get Azran? That's such a big kill to find. And Collins, through the smoke, denies Mary, who had the bomb on his back. Kaluba. Well, Kaluba finds 2 with the help of Collins. And now it's just on Tomiko, who's been spammed, spotted from cave. And whilst he tries his best, he can only find 1. What a resurgence. Bomb planted, keeps the money healthy. Buys can still come in for AGO. Drop to Tomiko from Enzo. But AGO, look, they've tried middle, didn't work. They've tried A, didn't work. Tried B again, didn't work. What's plan B? These teams, and pretty much a lot of teams in Tier 2, large in part, solely rely on momentum. It is such a big driving force in these series. The fact that Partizan now have 3 in a row, they're looking incredibly scary, is such a worry for AGO. Obviously, they've won out the half, sure, but you want to put a stop to this. You just want to just easy does it. Work your way forward onto Mirage. Slow take. Deliberate in nature in middle. AGO have actually been getting a lot of success out towards Donut. For them, they can maybe try and prioritize that. Where's Roger with the AWP? He's rotating back in towards middle. A lot of these players have pushed all the way far back. Enzo now scoping. Trying to find a player if he transitions out of Donut. Duplicate. This could be quite scary for him. Enzo's attention now on towards red. Could come head to head with Roger, who wins it. Roger. That's the opening kill. 40 seconds left. Emmy pushing. Getting aggressive in towards B. That's the last thing AGO expects. Emmy lines up 2 and even finds a 3rd. And that is horrible for AGO, who now just have Tomiko in, by the way, a 1 versus 5. Not a single trade. Not a single response. This is so dominant. And Partizan even running away. Emmy gets 4. Partizan up to 4 themselves. I said it'll take the majority of the half to break the investment. Looks like we're reaching that. Round 13, last buy for AGO. Pockets empty for Enzo, Darcheville, and Tomiko. Kaluba's burnt Azran alive. And Roger's even found Tomiko. This is ridiculous. I do not know. Kaluba has spotted the shoulder on a jiggle. And then traces the bullets through himself. 5v2. Darcheville walks into the guillotine of duplicate. Only Mary left. Another potential flawless round for Partizan. And they get it. And that is 5 in a row. From 8-0 to 8-5. And now you look at the money. Gotta buy Tech 9s here if you're AGO. But no, you're just gonna force. Okay. You can do that too. Have 2 buys similar to this. That's the game plan. Wow, okay. Partizan doing it the hard way. Great nades. Oh, Tomiko. Burning alive, he's done for. Surely, how is he alive? 9 points of health. See you later, Mary. Will trade. But so too will Collins. 4 versus 3. AGO step into cave, but nearly step into Roger's AWP. Util. Used as a wall. Oh, duplicate jumps. But information gathered. In towards red goes Azran. Kaluba now has to deal with him and Will. 4 versus 2 again. AGO would just capitulate. But that is not ideal. Oh my goodness me. That is duplicate and Kaluba both either jumping or pulling out their knives. That's a way back in. That's a 2 versus 2. And look at the flank being set in by Mary. Darcheville removed. But again, keep your eye on Mary. Because he's in the back lines. And they don't know it yet. Collins holding. And the discipline is huge. Roger caught off guard. And Collins... no way. He's just sticking it. Oh, Mary. He's called the bluff. Collins holds it. Collins secures it and even gets the kill after time. 8-6. Partizan pull it to within 1. The audacity of Collins just to stick the bomb there. It's so clever because at the end of the day, Mary knows that Collins knows that he's there. So it's like, why would you ever stick in that scenario? From being 8-0 down to potentially going into the half with just 1 behind. Roger posting. Enzo mantling. But getting... destroyed in the process. Opening kill now falling in favor of Partizan. Flashing for cave. Mollies. Disrupting. Trying to force Emmy into Darcherville, but not quite. In fact, he'll find Tomiko instead. A lot of pressure on here, but Roger alleviates it with Collins. Now it's just Mary. You talk about letting things slip. But you also talk about the heart and the tenacity of Partizan. And whilst you don't want to count Mary out of anything, a 1 versus 4 feels a little far-fetched. Flashbangs in. We'll get 1, but that's it. From 8-0 to 8-7, we're just within 1 round of each other as the half swap over. What a first half of Ancient we've just watched. We've seen 2 teams just snowball each other. And Partizan have definitely got the momentum. They now swap on the T side. Just when you think they're down and out. Just when I'm mentally looking ahead to Mirage. Maybe AGO were as well. Because Roger's found Enzo to kick things off. And that's no information gained for AGO either. Pushing towards B could be, but Collins finds Mary and knows that Darcherville's on the other end of things. Killing towards middle is great for AGO, but at the same time, you got to keep your eye on Duplicate because he's walking out A. And he's actually gone through Temple. Oh my god. Duplicate deals with Tomiko, and they know the last player was in Donut. And excuse me, this is weird. This could all end here with Emmy crossing. Oh no. What is going on? What is this pistol? You have got Duplicate here. But Azran doesn't actually hit the shot. Yeah, he will. But that creates the path back up for Emmy to plant. Collins, all you need to do now is not throw. Do not give Azran a 1v1. That's it if you're a Partizan fan. For AGO, you want him to throw. Go on, give him a fight. Azran, so good in these 1v1 scenarios. Now needs to win a 1 versus 2. No kit. Creeping on in. Emmy, spotted. Low HP for recon. Azran closes the gap. Emmy dances around the pillar. And Collins comes up and over. Slam dunk. We're all square. I've never seen anything like it. This series has been an anomaly. CT side Anubis. Now we've got 8 rounds in a row for both teams. Like, I'm sorry, what? Donut is the play. There are so many players in here for AGO. Mary, is removed. As to is, well, Azran and Enzo. Can only find one. Okay. Come round. For AGO. Orp as well. Out for Enzo. And Emmy trying to get really aggressive in towards Cave, coming toe-to-toe with Mary. Leading with a flashbang. In actual fact, they're going to push together here. Or are they? No. Just leading with the smoke. That's clever. So much control. Still gathered in for AGO. Because look at what Partizan have, really. They've got Shelf. They're now looking to retake mid. You got to contend with Donut. And in actual fact, Azran's coming to help Tomiko. Which I think is really sensible. Because he needs it. And look at the rotations scamper away from AGO, where they lose 2 players there. Mary, now investigating. Roga's ready for this. Mary dropped. Bomb site. Looks to be compromised. Darcherville, tucked in on the corner, certainly will have Duplicate's number. Can he find any more? Smoked off. Can't find Collins. And Enzo can't really take full advantage of the low HP. Has to run into the smoke. This is so dangerous for an AWPer. But he does it. Nearly removes Collins, but can't quite. Roga makes sure that Partizan keep on building. That is now 10 in a row. Yes, 10 in a row. And there's no money for AGO. Aggression, marry, this would be pretty perfect. Just kidding. He's been spotted by the most audacious jump peak. There's 3 players in cave, by the way. This could be incredibly dangerous for Partizan, and that molly does not help things. What is that bounce? How on earth has it done that? Don't know. Galuba is now standing in the molly. What? Collins was burnt alive in it. What is going on? Oh my good God. Azran Enzo with kills. Mary could even find Emmy. 2 versus 2. AK recovered. Roga is really isolated. But I guess it doesn't matter. Mary finds Roga. Now it's just Emmy. Bomb and elbow. I don't think Mary knows this. He's going to gamble A. Emmy grabs the bomb, but where does he go? Mary's actually resetting towards Donut, and he's got the AWP. It looks like Emmy's going to go in. This is perfect for Mary. This is fantastic. No, he looks away. You are joking me. It was all there. And he moves off the angle. There was only one place to watch. And that is Counter-Strike timing in a nutshell. I am running out of words to describe this second map of Ancient. I have never seen anything like this. On the HUD, I don't know if they can hear me. It would be fantastic if we could pull up like the rounds 1 and just look at the streaks, because it is unreal. Like, what is going on? I don't know. I am losing my mind. I can imagine AGO is as well. Reminder, by the way, AGO need to win this map to stay alive in the series. There's a gap in this smoke. Oh, but Tomiko spots the shoulder of Emmy. They're still fighting mid here. They still want to get aggressive here. Tomiko and Azran combine. That's fantastic. Azran even looking to go even more aggressive. That would have been to his detriment. Nearly caught by the spam, but keep your eye on Enzo because he's found duplicate. Looking at much more comfortable for AGO. Collins walks his way in. And actually gets rid of Darcherville. Now this puts the game into an interesting little situation. Because look at how many rotates that's just pulled away. Orp still locked in on A. Azran dealing with red. Or is he? No. Vacated. Now there's the gap. In towards Donut is the round winning play right now for Partizan. But they smoke it off instead. Molotov in towards red. They're trying to pull rotations back towards A. And it's working. Look at Tomiko on his bike. They've got no information in middle AGO. And Mari pushing. Collins holding. It all comes down to this. Mari round the corner finds Collins. But that's it. Kaluba ends his reign of terror. 2 versus 3. Bomb planted. Roger's so worried about the flank. And what is that shot from Enzo? 1 versus 3 now. Flashbang over the top. Okay, Roger. No defuse kit as well. But Tomiko makes sure that this is never in doubt. AGO will break the win streak of Partizan and put a round back on the board. Does that mean they win 8 now? Like, I don't know what is happening. From 8-0 to 11-8. There it is. Thank you. Look at that. I have no words. But I am entertained. 11 rounds plays 9. Duplicate just on a deagle. Big nade. Huge nade. Only on Emmy. Boost up. Baroga's AWP. Darcherville, he knows that he could be completely deleted here. Kaluba being caught out in the open. Darcherville secures and keeps on going. Azran's in the back lines as well. This is falling apart. AGO, they now win a round completely flawlessly. Of course they do. And no money for Partizan. This has to be 11 apiece. Everything I know about Counter-Strike is currently being undone in this best of 3. Emmy has found Tomiko. But Azran's here. Fantastic. Enzo as well on the follow-up. That's a big nade. But Kaluba now has to try and contend with Darcherville. He has, like, literally no health. And Mari's dealt with Kaluba. Okay, everything is okay. Everything's fine for AGO. Only 1 casualty currently. Fantastic nade. Azran, these kills should be his. Even holding for a boost. Look at him go. Oh, that's the noise. And those are the kills. Fantastic from Azran. AGO now tie up the game. Need to win this if you're the Polish squad. Otherwise, we will never see Mirage. It's aggressive out of Mari. Look at him go. Oh my goodness me, they just line up. Kaluba. Hello. Azran's right there. And Mari finds duplicate. How do we go from one team completely steamrolling the other, and all it takes is one round, and suddenly it's like flawless, or one casualty? I do not understand. But that's what we're living in. 12-11 AGO. Heck, nines. Surely 13. Fast out middle. That's where they've been finding success. Tamiko says no, not today. Wants the ace. Probably not going to get it. Kaluba might just feed himself in towards Enzo. No, having a look in middle. Still a chance for Tamiko. Go on, go get it. You deserve it. Shooting, trying to entice players in. Kaluba would love a kill. Instead, I don't think he's going to get one. Don't save this for 50 seconds, Kaluba. 1v5 is being hunted. It is Tamiko. Is he going to get it? Is he going to get the ace? Oh, he says to his team, you know what? It's fine. Go get it. And they do. 13-11 AGO. Money there to buy. Roger. Snap purchases the AWP. Instant. Will AGO take us to Mirage? Lead us to the decider, or will Partizan strike again? They need to do it twice. Come back from behind. It's not so much of a detriment this time around, but time is running out for the T side. Pusher A, look at this. So much information gathered. They're already on the flank here. Oh yeah, you don't expect this. Roger, about to die. Oh dear. Duplicate only deals with one. And the incendiary forces Kaluba into Tamiko. Emmy will find one back, 2 versus 3, but Collins only gets one on his escape. And now Emmy's position is known. 1 versus 2. Knows that there was one player out towards B. Being very loud about this though. And Dutchville, has he heard it? No. Okay. Emmy finds the kill. 1v1. And Tamiko has kind of fallen for the bait. So Emmy right now is hoping Tamiko clears cave and he's like, oh, okay, that's weird. He's not here anymore. He must have run through B and gone to A. Tamiko doubles down. He thinks, well, surely the bomb would have been planted by now. Surely I would have heard this. Emmy drops a smoke. That confirms all suspicions to Tomiko, and he can just spray through. Fantastic play by the pole, and AGO will elevate themselves to 14. No bomb plant. That presents a lot of problems for Partizan. It feels like they're going to have to play for OT, or you can force in. It doesn't feel great. You're going to be on Galils, you're going to be on AKs. That's what this conversation is about now. That's what the tactical was here for. Really nicely done by AGO. I have never seen a game. I don't think I have ever seen a game where it has been no trades in rounds back and forth. Okay, AGO have just won 6, I think, in a row. We're at 14 now. 6 in a row. After Partizan won 11 in a row and AGO won 8 in a row. There's not been a trade of rounds. They've always been in combination. Collins finds Darcherville. And Mary. That is huge from Collins. Azran will trade him out. Now Azran needs to go absolutely phenomenal. Tucked in. Flashbang good. Kaluba. Pre-fire better. Tomiko only gets 1. And now it's on Enzo. Now it's a save. Partizan answer back. And bearing in mind of what I've just said about this game, does that mean that they're going to get consecutive rounds in a row? Or are AGO going to break the curse? $14-12. Enough money to buy in. Plenty of cash behind AGO. Shout out Collins one time, by the way. Incredible entries. Aggressive middle. Nate's not doing a great deal of damage. Emmy thinking about fighting in mid. And that could be to their detriment. Azran. Oh, they know exactly where he is. Fully blind. How on earth has Azran got 2 kills? That's round saving. That's round defining. Look at this push, by the way. Collins on Darcherville. Collins, what are you doing? Got no bullets. And Partizan are going into this? I'm sorry, what? And it might work. Oh. There is no way. If they contact up B right now, there ain't no way. I'm sorry, there is no way. They've hit the perfect window. They have hit the perfect timing window. They've got to go now, though. Because look, Dutchville Mary on their way back. Smoke needs to rein in at short right here, right now. I think they've just realised. They have! Oh, they line up! Dutchville with 2. And just when you think Partizan have played it perfectly, no! They go way too slowly. They want to contact up, but they just don't move up the ramp fast enough. AGO vacated, had enough time to go on an adventure in mid and come back, and Partizan was still only halfway up the ramp. 15-12. Mirage seeming more and more likely. And that's the first time we've seen a round be won by the opposite team. And it looks to be a shoo-in. Mari gets traded. Pushed down in from Enzo with an AWP at B, by the way. Like, what on earth are you doing, Enzo? And why is it working? He's holding the gap. Oh! How is he out? He's not for much longer. 3 versus 2. Duplicate not ready for Azran. 2 versus 2. But Azran will fall. Darcherville, hero of last round, needs to be the hero of this. Emmy, that timing. Darcherville gives up his position. Collins can now get into a spot where he can swing together with his teammate. They do. Collins gets dinked. So too does Emmy. Do not swing unless it's together, and they will. Partizan 13, AGO 15. This one is not over yet. Even an AWP coming out for Roga now. Chaos right at the very end. Miko. Oh, pretty blind. Look at this push. In at cave. And it might all be in vain, because this is the first time we've actually seen Partizan go for an A execute. If they actually go for an A execute. Roga looks to be leading with the AWP. He's trying to find a pick here. Not all of the space has been taken at B by AGO. And now they're doing mid-retake smokes. It looks to be a split in towards Donut. This can work, but your A contact needs to take the presence first. Flashbangs in. Molly's forward. Tomiko dealt with by Kaluba. And Kaluba follows up onto Azran. Rotations are being held by Roga. It needs to be a save. We're seeing all 30 rounds here. And I thought the A players needed to take the contact. Instead, it was Donut. Instead, it was Kaluba who finds both. And then Roga is posted on CT. So when AGO try and rotate through, they get cut down at the knees. Partizan want to try and finish the tie in 2. Would need overtime to secure it. And AGO need to win to see Mirage. Mari can't even hold on. Enzo can. Keeps the AWP. That's so essential for AGO. And look at the money they're working with. It's an AWP? Sure. It's a FAMAS. And then that'll be it. It'll be pistols behind it. Maybe an MP9 on Azran. That CT buy needs to hold against Partizan for 1 round. Look how passive Azran's playing that now. Darcherville searching down ramp, potentially. I mean, any info's good info. That's a lot of noise being given up by Collins. Presence in mid, presence in Donut. Overwhelming right now for AGO. They don't know where to best position. Bomb coming over to B. And that's the right move right now for Partizan because it's only Darcherville here. Can drop a smoke, has got a flash. Issue is, he's got a 5-7. That's his weapon. That's what he needs to hold Partizan back with. This push coming in from A at AJO is timely because now it means rotations can come on over. Darchfield can drop his smoke a little bit prematurely, but here come the rotates, and here comes the utility raining in for Partizan. Darchfield just on the edge of the smoke, trying to turn from the flashes, gets caught off guard. Smokes are here. Tomiko dealt with. There's another player in the smoke. Kaluba manages to put it apart, and this surely is going OT, and it will just after this break. Or will it? No, it's fine. It'll be like a minute, and then we'll be here and be ready to kick things off. All money, no longer an issue. Partizan hit OT, and obviously the odds are going to skyrocket for them. AGO, it's a difficult reset. But that's a great start. Darcherville deals with Collins. Look at this little pixel gap. Mary trying to spot anyone who's crossing at shelf. Mid control's been good for Partizan so far. Looking to take control of Donut yet again. Deep molly. Tomiko forced into the firing line. No kill. In fact, it will be Enzo. And that's when the Donut players are going to swing. Duplicate with 2. But at the end of the day, it's not going to be enough. Roga versus 3. At Mary's position here. Well, that molly confirms suspicions. He's got to be in mid. Mary not going to swing at all. Doesn't need to. He's got the perfect line for this. And Darchville will actually put him out of his misery. AGO draw first blood in OT. Can't even say how many is needed on each side because of the nature of this game. As many as you can get. 19's your magic number. If the two teams go 18-18, we run it right back. There we go. Kaluba's found Tomiko. That's not the most ideal start in the world for AGO, and suddenly, oh my god, all the kills are here for Partizan. That's a bit overzealous from Collins. 4 versus 2. But look at all the space that Roga's got out CT. Bomb can come in. Azran goes through. No way. Issue is there's no information, but Roga's got a little bit of misinformation. Because he thought that the bomb site was clear, but Emmy makes sure that is never a possibility. Roga's holding for Azran the entire time. We're all level. 16 each. aggressive mollies, and Emmy's beaten them. Keep your eye on him. He's stuck in the corner right now. Dutchville holding. This is a fantastic angle for him to try and worm his way forward. You see Emmy's tucked in so close because sometimes you can see the head of these T players. And Kaluba, that is brave. And it's not going to pay off. Enzo taking a lot of damage, as too is Mary. But the player advantage is well and truly still with AGO. More damage being taken. Right now, B is vulnerable. And where everything's fallen a little bit silent, AGO is slightly concerned with mid and with A. So Enzo, oh, it felt like he was going to disappear, but now you got a smoke in towards long. Now you got a molly in towards cave. More spam. Emmy reveals that he's been hiding there the entire time. So what's happening now is you've got all this contact being taken. You're hoping, if you're Partizan, that AGO keep all their players here, and Duplicate is going to try and find a kill. Because that's where the bomb's heading. And in actual fact, AGO have got a really good read into this. The Miko burning. He thrives in the flames. Good trade. 3 versus 4. Everyone is here for AGO. How do you get the bomb across? You simply cannot. AGO, they'll get 17. They'll slightly edge out this first half of overtime. Remember, 19 is what's needed. 18, at a minimum, secure OT number 2. $12,500 per player. Reintroduced. Now, are we going to see the AGO that won 8 in a row? Or are we going to see the Partizan that won 7 on the CT side? Don't know. AGO want to pause. How is this the first pause? From AGO. I don't know. But they've taken it, and now they're ready. Aggressive middle for Partizan. Really wanted to fight this. The issue with that is that you've left A completely open. And look at where AGO are heading. No way. Roger has to hold strong. Enzo dealt with. But Roger finds Darcherville. Mary on shelf. Somehow is alive. Not really too sure how. There's players in Donut. Emmy heard Mary's drop. That's a freebie, surely. He doesn't go through the smoke. This is so weird. Partizan had the read. Roger had the bomb dead to rights. Emmy had full control of shelf. And yet, somehow, they were able to slip in towards Donut. And I don't know how. That flashbang misses as well. And Emmy loses the fight. Roger has to swap to an M4. Tomiko does secure it. Azran is on the perfect angle. No, he's not. Collins has found him too. And for Mary, he hasn't got any HP. 17-17. Partizan, how do you retake that? I honestly do not know. All the signs pointed to Partizan originally. Because of all of the map control they had, Roger even found the opening on towards A. But there was a gap in Donut. AGO exploited. AGO planted. And yet, they fumble the afterplant. $17 each. Who's putting us on map point? AGO want to go A again. And I don't blame them. Because again, heavy prioritization in towards middle. That should be your accelerator if you're AGO. They're in. Kaluba duplicate though. Fighting through. Roger's flashbangs. They've dropped the bomb. This is all falling apart. Mari versus the world. Mari can't get past Emmy. Partizan hit 18. They hit series point. AGO to not stay alive in just the series, but in Ancient, need to win this round. Otherwise, Partizan will take the series 2-0. Enzo on an AWP. It's crunch time. And Partizan changed the setup. Emmy going aggro out A. Collins has found Enzo. That's your AWP completely removed. And Collins with another. There's a gap in the smoke. 5 versus 3. And Emmy's pushed out A. This feels like a lock-in. Bam as well. Kind of sells the idea further that Emmy isn't here, but he is. And he finds 2. 1 versus 5 for Azran. And he can't contest it. A flawless way to end the series. Partizan 19-17 after AGO go up 8-0. Then it's 11 in a row for Partizan. And then it gets even weirder. 6 rounds further back in. I do not know what happened there. That was unbelievable. Commiserations to AGO because they put up one hell of a series. Look, it's just the opening round. That's amazing to consider that that's a first round matchup, right? Partizan moved to 1-0. AGO moved down to 0-1. There is plenty more CCT going on. Not today, but tomorrow. I imagine 4 more best of 3s taking place. It's West Europe playoffs tomorrow as well. We've got West Europe going on. We've got Central Europe going on. There is so much Counter-Strike. You don't want to miss it. Make sure you follow all of the channels. Thank you for being here. Congratulations to Partizan. Commiserations to AGO. But until tomorrow, we'll see you next time. Have a good evening.
I have very complicated job, but I love simple things so much. One move, one push. One touch. One love. One click. One XBet.
You look into your inventory and there's only... It's time to forget about this garbage. Here you will find everything to play with really cool skins. Open top cases. Upgrade dropped skins and turn your junk into a cool gun using the contract system. Every day, thousands of people upgrade their inventory with us. Hellcase.com. Look at yourself in a new way.